Hi guys, welcome back. From today, I'd like to start Bandit series on the OverTheWire. As you know, the best approach to improve our cybersecurity skills is to do hands-on practices as many as possible. For example, here, Bandit series can help us sharpen Linux skills enormously. So without further ado, let's just get started. The levels I'm going to do in this video particularly would be level 0 and level 1, both of which is very easy. However, I'd like to explain many things rather than just a simple walkthrough. And this is the host we are going to connect to, and this is the port number. So we need to know how to explicitly specify unusual port number for SSH and also the username and the password. So let's head over to Kali Linux, and we can use built-in client 2 for SSH, or not just Kali Linux. I think for any Linux distribution, although you can use some GUI utilities, but I think SSH command line would be the best one for pen tester or for any cybersecurity professionals in general. And I'd like to autocomplete this command. And here is the username Bandit 0. And we put the sign or symbol between the username and the host or IP address. And also, because the target is configured with unusual port number rather than 22 or default one, so we need to use the option of -P to specify this unusual port number. So let's press enter. And we need to provide the password for this user, which is the same as the username, Bandit 0. Okay, as you can see, we are in the target machine. So next, for Bandit series, we need to gather information, or particularly, we need to gather password for the next level. In order to do that, we need to do immersion as much or as extensively as possible. And so how to enumerate the target machine? We need to use some sort of commands. For example, the first command would be ls. If you don't know how to use this command, we can use the main. Main can give us the help or usage of this command, like the ls. ls or list directory contents. Also, the ls can support a variety of options. But for me, I think the most frequently used option would be this one. A means the or, L, H. I think I'd like to go back to the main. You can scroll down. The H means human readable, so the size would be more readable rather than just some boring number. Okay, and let's scroll down further. L, use a long listing format. Okay, so now let's go back. Now we can use the ls command with ALH to display or print the content of a current directory. If you specify the directory rather than current one, you need to explicitly specify the directory. For example, like the root directory. Yeah, I think you have really got my point. If you just leave it as default one, and we can hit enter, and this time the ls or list directory of current directory, or list the content of the current directory as you can see over here. So of course, these three files, this one means the current directory, and the double points or double ports means the upper directory. But here we just need to pay attention to this file. And this file, readme, and you can notice something here. Or maybe we can start from the the owner and the group. So this one specify the owner of this file. The owner for this file is Bandit1. And this one specify the group of the current, not current, of this file, readme. So it means that the group of Bandit0 have permission, have read permission to this file. And how to know which group the current user Bandit0 belongs to? And we can use the command ID. And as you can see, the current user belongs to this group, Bandit0. So again, this group have a permission to this file, the read permission to this file. And so, of course, here also you can notice the hyphen. Hyphen means here specify the type to see whether this is the file or the directory. The directory will put the D, which simply means directory, and followed by the first group of 3 characters, R, W, or X. Here, the hyphen means nothing or no privilege, okay, or no execution, because this one would be to specify the execution privilege. So this owner or the owner of this file will have read and write permission, and the second group of permission is specifying the permission for the group, the Bandit0. And Bandit0, just I stated earlier, just have read permission, no write and execution permission. And any other users, anybody else, doesn't have any permission to this file. Okay, I think I've already explained also, the size, the time information. All right. So next, how to retrieve this file or retrieve the content of this file. And you can use, of course, to do that. Before we do that, we can use the file command to display the type of this file. This is just a ASCII text. So it means that we can use some tools to display or to retrieve the content. And the most common one I'd like to use is the cat. The cat command can help us to concatenate files and print them on stand output or screen. Okay, so in other words, the cat command can not only retrieve one file, can retrieve several files at one time, for example. But before we do that, I'd like to just retrieve one file. Okay, and you can get the password for the next level. So what I mean by concatenating or cutting several files, let me show you in action or show you example. So we can cat readme, and also if you want to retrieve this file, this one is also the text file. We can bash logout. As you can see, we do not need to run the cat command twice. We can run this cat command once and to retrieve the contents of both files, readme and the second file, the bash logout. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it I'd like to do in this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.